Hello, everyone. I am so excited to be here before you today. Today, we are going to be talking about part 4 to the 5 ways to divorce your resentment. So, I am so excited to be talking about that topic, and we'll be talking about that right after this message. All right. Once again, we are back and we are talking about the 5 ways to divorce your resentment. So that's what we're talking about today. And today's focus is boundaries. And I know some of y'all just like, but I don't want to talk about that right now. But that is what we're talking about. So if you are new to me, let me let you know that I am MaDonna Williams. I am your mindset coach, and I help successful women of faith who feel broken within to reclaim fulfillment and inner healing in 6 weeks. Okay, that's who I am. That's what I do. I'm so excited to have you today. And I definitely did want to let you know that at this time, I want to make sure that if you are chasing after success, to fill the void of your because of your identity, I would like to have a conversation with you. I have 5 spots available on my calendar to support you if you want to gain more clarity with becoming all that God has called you to be. So if that's you, I have left a link in the description for you to schedule your time with me, or you can always DM me or message me and I will connect with you. But today we are going to jump all the way into this topic as we are talking about the boundaries. Okay. So I just realized that I needed to share my screen with you. And one of the things that I wanted to share with you is setting boundaries inevitably involves taking responsibility for your choices, right? So that is something that a lot of times, I can speak for myself. There was times when I would blame, right? So I would blame my parents for not being the parents who I thought they should be. Now, as being a parent, I'm like, okay, maybe I was just a little bit too harsh. Okay. Just to be honest, right? Thinking about how I still was looking at my own children. And I'm just like, are you going to wear that today? Is that how your hair going to be? Is this what you're going to do in school? And just the list would go on and on and on, blaming and condemning the other person. But when you set the proper boundaries and you set those boundaries for yourself, then that is the direction in which that's what we're talking about today. Setting them for yourself. A lot of times we put all of these expectations on other people. It could be your boss, your mom, your dad, your neighbor. You have all these expectations like, don't drive in my driveway. Don't walk in my grass. Like, we have all these expectations, but what have we put in place for ourselves in order for us to have inner peace? So that is very important to me. Thank you so much for joining, ladies. I am so excited to have you here with me to again this morning. Again, we are talking about setting boundaries. And the first key that I wanted to talk to you about today is take ownership of your own thoughts. This is going to help us in regards to being able to set boundaries. Take ownership for your thoughts. Because I was just talking to my husband the other day, and I was saying, hey, I wrote this article, and I said, let me read it to you. So I'm reading the article to him and saying how, he may have hurt my feelings. And guess what? He said, I didn't even know I had hurt your feelings. Listen, sometimes we need to just take ownership for our thoughts. Other people not even thinking about what we are thinking about. They have gone on with their life. Sometimes we are holding people on. And actually, the thing that I shared with him, it happened like 5 years ago. Okay, 5 years ago. He had let it go. He didn't even know he did something wrong. I hadn't communicated it. And here I am holding on to that thought. So take ownership of your thoughts. Do that today. Please release yourself today. Let me see what these ladies are saying in the comments. Hey, Queen. Hey, Patricia. I see you. Oh, look at my girl, Key. I am so excited to have you here with me today. You know how we do it. We got all the fun jokes and everything. But today we still talking about these boundaries. And I am so excited to see Susie. Thank you so much for being with me. And Kiki, I am so excited to see you. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Once again, I do want to let you know we are talking about boundaries and setting boundaries for our lives. I know a lot of times we, in the Bible, it talks about having self-control, but a lot of times we really think that means other people control. But that's not what that means. It means self. It means self. Let me say that again. Self-control. So we need to have ownership of our own thoughts. That's what we're talking about. So that was key number 1. We're going to do that. Key number 2, okay? Be willing to expand your thoughts and grow in knowledge. Sometimes this is what's holding us back within our boundaries, right? We have set, like, here's one of the thoughts that I had that was keeping me confined. I had a desire for a business. And one of the thoughts that I had was something that my mom probably put in place, like when I was 2, 3, 4 years old. Don't talk to strangers. Well, guess what? If I don't expand my thoughts and grow in knowledge, guess what? I'm going to still be over here not talking to strangers, right? Like all the people that's commenting now, I wouldn't even be talking to you right now because I would be thinking, I don't want to talk to strangers because I don't know y'all. So that is why I'm saying you need to grow and expand in your thought process. We're talking about boundaries today. You may be holding yourself back from a 10-year-old belief system, a 20-year-old belief system. Maybe about 4 years ago, I had to do a self-check on myself when it came to my closet. And you know how we get real picky when it comes to our clothes, our shoes, our handbags. Let's just be honest. But when I went in there, I literally tried on every single outfit. And I did like a little showcase in front of my husband. I tried this one on. He was just like, well, that one looked good in the room. You know what I'm saying? And he's just like that one not gonna fly. And then sometimes I'm over here trying to pull them up. You know how we jump into them, trying to jump into the pants and try to get them on. I was just like, okay, well, I guess that one. But sometimes the thought processes that we have, they don't fit. You over here trying to jump into that old thought process. It don't fit, sis. Period. So you need to learn how to expand your thought process. And here's one of the tips. I know this is not in here, but I just want to give this to you as an offering. Give that thing, whatever that is, away. Just like I had to go through the closet and say, this doesn't fit. This is outdated. These shoes, the bottoms is all scraped up, or part of the heel or the strap broken or something. Give it away. Make room for the new. You have to make room for the new. Let me see what my lady's saying in the comments. Yes, take ownership. Amen. Yes. That's what we're talking about. You have to be willing to let that go. If it's not benefiting you, then let it go. It's the same thing like the clothes. I want to bring that home to you. It's the same thing like the clothes. If that thought is not helping you to get to your next level, you need to be willing to let that go. So I just want to reiterate that. And I do want to bring back to your attention that if you are chasing after success to fill a void in your identity, I would like to have a conversation with you. I know at the top of the hour, I did say that, but I want to let you know I do have 5 spots available on my calendar. The link is in the bio. So I want to make sure that you hop on a call with me so that we can get discussing some of that, because I don't want you to stay here stuck. I don't want you to stay here stuck. I want to be able to map that out. That is why I'm having my mindset mapping experience. So you don't have to stay stuck here. I really want to be able to write it out, because faith without works is dead. So I'm talking to you today, but the mindset experience is going to have you do the work so that you can move forward. So if that's you, make sure that you click on that link so that you can be a part of this experience. All right, so we're going to jump on down to number 3, because we're dealing with those boundaries today. Be willing to clarify distorted thinking. I want you to understand this. Sometimes what we are thinking is holding us back. Okay, so for me, I can only talk for myself. So for me, one of the other things that was holding me back was saying to myself, I'm not smart enough. I'm not smart enough to write a book, to read a book, look, any of that. That was limiting me, okay? When I decided to let that thought go and trust and believe, it's a decision. Let me bring that back to you. It's a decision that you have to make in regards to clarifying and letting these distorted thinking go. You have to make a decision and be willing to say, I'm ready to elevate. I'm ready to elevate. So I have to let that thing go. Like I said, it's like looking in your closet, your physical closet. If that thing doesn't fit, if it's too big, it's too short, it's too long, it's too small, you have to be willing to let that go. So that is number 3. So I definitely always want to leave with you some ideas, right? So this quote really blessed me. Okay, I saw this quote and I was just like, okay, this right here has really blessed me. And it is a quote by T.D. Jakes. And he said, if you hold on to your history, you do it at the expense of your destiny. Boom, pass the mic. Okay, he said that. Okay, he said that. If you hold on to your history, you do it at the expense of your destiny. And that is what I am saying, but I'm just referencing clothes. Because a lot of times when we see that we have so many things in our closet, we just like, oh, I don't have nothing to wear. Well, here you go. If you let go some of the things that you have in there and make room for the other things, you can have it. You'll have room. You'll actually be able to take really good inventory and know what's actually in there. That is what I'm saying in regards to your mindset. A lot of times we don't want to do a self-examination in order to see what's really in there. But I want to refer back to you and let you know that I do have 5 spots available for my mindset mapping experience, which will be held Wednesday of next week. So make sure that you click on the link, because you need to consider doing this self-examination and see what's really holding you back. Because a lot of times we say fears, okay, but which one? A lot of times we are saying it was something that this other person did to me, but which person did something? And we haven't examined ourselves in order to see which one is holding me back. And from this point, how can I propel myself to go to the next level? Because I don't want you to stay here stuck. I'm ready for you to excel, okay? That is why I am here. I am ready for you to go to the next level in your life, and I don't want you to stay stuck. So make sure that you click on the link to my mindset mapping experience so that you can see where you are and how we can get to your destiny. That's for you, okay? Yes, Jazz in the house. Let's go. We're talking about it. We're talking about destiny we're talking about boundaries over here, Jasmine. That's what we're talking about today. So this last quote that I have for you today is, what you react to in another, you strengthen in yourself. Now, if you're a positive-minded person, guess what happens? You get more of the positive things that you see in others. Right? So if you see someone and they may be doing a live stream and you just like, I really like that. Guess what? You expand that in yourself. But when you look at somebody, you're just like, well, I don't like that. Then you're shrinking yourself, because like, why don't you like it? You don't like it because that's something that you envy and you desire to do? Because whatever you really focus on expands. So I like how Eckhart Tolle has said that what you react to in others, you strengthen in yourself. And a lot of times we are actually doing that in our relationships. Sometimes just subconsciously, you would just automatically think that I don't like this girl. Why you don't like her? Because what I found for myself is a lot of times what I didn't like in somebody else is the very thing that I needed to fix in myself. I'm gonna let you sit with that. I'm gonna let you sit with that. Once again, I do want to let you know that I have 5 spots available for my mindset mapping experience. If that is you, I definitely want to see you there. I don't want you to be stuck. I am here to help support you. It is a free experience. It is a free 50-minute experience so that I can take you from where you are to where you want to go. If that's you, make sure you click on the link. And as usual, I definitely want to tell you, don't just tolerate your life. Enjoy your life. And until next time, I want to tell you peace and be blessed.